coders of Reddit, how do you politely refuse your friend's $1 million app idea? I ask them to watch How to Build an App link. youtube.com/playlist list equals pl96c35un7sju6scu4 a series by Tom Scott. It starts out with, if you think you want to build an app, you shouldn't. It continues in this vein, while showing you exactly how to do it. If they still want to do it, we'll talk. Thanks for the tip. Now I can finally start building my banana curvature measuring app. I'd buy it. My specialty is on the server side of things. If that doesn't work, I show them my website from the late 90s that hasn't been updated since. They usually take the hint pretty quickly that I don't have a UI bone in my body. Lol, same. I do like cloud architecture and big data delivery systems. I pretty much say, well, if you want to run everything through console, we might be able to give it a shot. But then they back off when I tell them how much I charge for consulting hours. So, like, I'm an ideas guy, you're the coder. Let's split it 50/50. A laughs at you. Ask for a salary saying that you are not prepared to be their co-seer. They will back off instantly. This is exactly what I do with strangers. I don't work for glory or for a, maybe, future income. I have to try to do the same with friends and family. I start talking about the technical parts of what they want to do. Oftentimes I get a glassy-eyed look and they never follow up again. Dude, that sounds insane. I'm slammed with work right now. But when I get a chance, you can show me what you've worked on. Spoilers, they haven't worked on it. You will never be free, and the app will never get made. As a mobile developer, can confirm this is the best strategy. ML and ask for a business proposal and go to market strategy. You'll never be bothered again. Usually by going to the app store and finding 10 versions of their app idea that already exist. Right out of college, some business guy wanted me and some friends to develop an app for him. It's basically Twitter meets Pokemon Go. You post at physical locations and they stay there for a set period of time. His idea was to have it drop ads or coupons that companies will pay for advertising. Interesting idea. I go on to the app store and I find the exact same app he is trying to get us to build. That's been dead for over 1 year after it received $1.4 meters in funding. So I called him out on it and he's like, yeah, I saw that. But ours is gonna be better. Better than $1.4 meters of funding and going nowhere. I fucking doubt it. Noped out of that one pretty fast. It's funny because I had the same idea in 2015 and spent 2 months trying to code it in Java. Big mistake. Fast forward to when Snapchat bought Zen Maps and added the new Snap Map feature, and it dawned on me. Who the hell is gonna download a separate app for what could have been a feature of any current social media? $1 million app ideas generally fall in one of 4 categories. 1. It already exists. 2. It will require insane server power and the money to pay for it. 3. It's illegal. 4. Computers don't work that way. For option 1, I show them the 12 apps that are better than their idea. For point 2 and 4, I get technical and start throwing costs around until they change subject. For option 3, I say it's illegal. What is the example of computers don't work that way? A program which sees if a certain program will hold or not. Once a guy gave me his brilliant idea for boat sharing, like Zipcar but for boats. All I said was, you know you can already rent a boat, right? Anyway, that was back around 2012 and now apparently there are boat sharing apps, so I guess I missed the boat on that opportunity. Being right at the wrong time is the same as being wrong. If you had tried to build a boat sharing app 8 years ago, people would have laughed you out of their office. You wouldn't have kept the company afloat for 6 years until that idea didn't sound insane. Yep. My grandfather quit his job and opened a small computer repair shop that shut down just a few years before casual home computing started taking off. Right at the wrong time. Almost lost everything. Ask for a wage per hour of coding time. If they are willing to make the investment, then maybe they actually have $1 million app idea, and if they don't, you still get paid. I've worked with a few clients who think they have the next big idea, and thief somehow got the funds together to pay me the whole time I do the work. I won't feel good about it, but I have to make a living. I'll actively try to inject ideas that might make it a success, but usually those clients can't see beyond their vision. However, I won't accept the work if they want to pay via credit card. I reckon there have been some billion-dollar apps where the coders felt that way during development. Tell them you charge $52 an hour and they have to buy the tubs of red beans. That's actually cheap. Not if they are trying to get you to do it for them as a favor, which they usually are. Or they try to get you to invest your own money into it. That sounds like a great idea. Here are some resources online where you can learn everything you need to make it happen. This one, my answer a few times has been that sounds like a great project to learn programming on. I'll send you some PDFs. Oof. Hit him with the PDFs. Not a developer, but I'm a product manager who works with a development team in which I act like a scrum master / business analyst in addition to product MGMT. Small company, so lots of hats. I usually don't politely refuse. I just start asking the questions that they'll need to know the answers to before anything gets built. These questions might differ based on whatever the app is supposed to do, but usually when you start asking about specifics, people realize they don't have even 5% of the information they'd need to actually do what they think should be easy. If they're a developer, then I usually ask more business related questions. If they are a big idea person, then I usually ask more technical questions. Regardless, it usually works one of two ways. This person actually has a good idea and we can workshop it together and maybe something comes of it and maybe not. Or B, they realize that taking their idea and making something out of it isn't going to be a weekend job and they change the subject rather quickly. Who is the target user? How many of them exist? What are each of them willing or expected to pay? TAM/TSM projections. You can usually roll up a few numbers to get them to a back of the napkin P&L, which is often eye-opening. What does the basic architecture look like? What web services and tools would be needed to build the thing? What type of development environment would be required? High-level requirements. What does the data model look like? And can you give me the step-by-step logic that implements it? What's the throughput on this logic look like? What does a minimally viable product or prototype look like? And how far away from the complete product is the MVP? What are the barriers for others to enter the space once you've got this built? How do you acquire the first 10 users? First 100? What are your competitors like today? What are they likely to look like by the time you get your thing built? I find that if I try to tell someone why their idea wouldn't work, then they argue with me. However, if I assume the idea will work and start collecting the information about how it will work, then people will quickly bail on any idea they haven't really worked on. If they have really worked on it and can answer the basic questions, then I usually ask if we could set up some scheduled time to talk about it and enjoy the rest of the dinner/party/game/whatever we are currently doing. Someone will never want to be shut down by someone else. You have to make them want to give up on their own. That should be on a motivational poster. I tell them that I know consultants that are available and will help build it, but it will take money. Barring that, I explain that ideas are a dime a dozen. It's execution that matters. And as the one doing the executing, a 51% stake in the company will be required. This gets them off my back every time. You just have to tell them the price for a web app plus application for both Android and iOS. The answer is usually, is it really that much? How much are we talking? Genuinely curious. I never want to discourage genuine enthusiasm for an idea, so instead of saying too hard, too expensive, already been done, etc., I treat this as an opportunity to teach my friend, co-worker, board member or relative, all true examples, to take a stack of index cards and draw a picture of the app starting with the opening screen. Then use a red pen to draw the UI action that would lead to the next index card where they draw that screen. I tell them to draw as many screens as needed to illustrate how it works. If they can get past this step, they have a much better idea of the flow and complexity of the app from the viewpoint of the user. This process teaches them an enormous amount about software dev. I tell them that they would have to have this card design rock solid before talking to an app dev, and if they did it and brought it to a developer, the developer would cry at having such an organized client. Wow, not even snubbing them, but actually providing guidance they can reasonably pursue to hook up with a PM/dev/investor. You're a good human. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.